Your world is crashing down, the walls are closing in, and it feels like the universe itself is conspiring against you. We've all been there, that gut-wrenching moment when everything seems to be falling apart. But what if I told you that this very moment could be the catalyst for your greatest transformation? In this video, we're diving deep into the Stoic playbook for not just surviving, but thriving when life throws its worst at you. We'll explore time-tested strategies that have helped countless individuals turn adversity into advantage and emerge stronger than ever. Before we jump in, if you find value in this video, take a second to drop a comment and hit that like button. Your support helps us reach more people with these life-changing ideas. The Stoic mindset, embracing adversity. Picture this. It's 65 AD, and Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, has just been sentenced to death by Emperor Nero. Instead of cowering in fear, Seneca calmly accepts his fate, using his final moments to comfort his friends and family. This isn't just a historical anecdote, it's a powerful illustration of the Stoic approach to adversity. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to reframe challenges as opportunities. It's not about putting on a brave face or denying your emotions. Instead, it's about seeing obstacles as chances to grow, learn, and become stronger. When you're faced with a setback, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this make me better? This shift in perspective can transform your most difficult moments into catalysts for personal growth. Central to the Stoic philosophy is the dichotomy of control. This principle teaches us to distinguish between what we can influence and what we can't. Epictetus, another renowned Stoic, put it simply, some things are up to us and some things are not up to us. In practice, this means focusing your energy on the aspects of your life that you can actually change, rather than wasting time and emotional resources on things beyond your control. Consider your daily life. You can't control traffic, but you can control your reaction to it. You can't control your boss's mood, but you can control your work ethic. By concentrating on what's within your power, you'll find yourself feeling more empowered and less overwhelmed, even in the face of significant challenges. This mindset doesn't just help you weather storms, it enables you to navigate them with purpose and resilience. Cultivating resilience, your inner fortress. Did you know that studies show only about 25% of our resilience is determined by genetics? That means a whopping 75% is within our control to develop and strengthen. This surprising statistic reveals an empowering truth. Resilience isn't just something you're born with, it's a skill you can cultivate, much like building a muscle. Building mental toughness is at the heart of Stoic practice. It's about creating an inner fortress that can withstand any external assault. Start by challenging yourself daily. Take cold showers, fast for a day, or tackle that task you've been avoiding. Each time you push through discomfort, you're reinforcing the walls of your mental stronghold. Remember, the goal isn't to become numb to difficulty, but to build confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Another crucial aspect of resilience is emotional regulation. Contrary to popular belief, Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about understanding and managing them effectively. The Stoics believed that our initial emotional reactions are often involuntary, but our subsequent thoughts and actions are within our control. This is where the practice of emotional regulation comes in. When you're hit with a wave of intense emotion, try this Stoic technique. Pause and observe your feelings without judgment. Name the emotion you're experiencing, then question its validity and usefulness. Is your anger helping the situation? Is your anxiety based on facts or assumptions? By creating this mental space between stimulus and response, you gain the power to choose your reaction rather than being controlled by it. Incorporating these practices into your daily life won't make you impervious to hardship, but it will equip you with the tools to face adversity head-on. As you strengthen your inner fortress, you'll find yourself becoming more adaptable, more centered, and more capable of weathering life's storms. Remember, true resilience isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about facing them with a steadfast mind and an unshakable spirit. The power of perspective, zooming out. Have you ever considered that in the vast expanse of the universe, our sun is just one of an estimated 100 billion stars in the Milky Way alone? And that's just one galaxy among billions. This cosmic perspective can be both humbling and liberating when we're grappling with our earthly problems. The Stoics were pioneers in advocating for this zoomed-out view. Marcus Aurelius often reminded himself of his insignificance in the grand scheme of things. This wasn't to diminish his worth, but to put his troubles into perspective. When you're facing a crisis, try this. Imagine viewing Earth from space. Your problems, no matter how overwhelming they seem, become tiny specks in the vastness of the cosmos. This doesn't make your challenges disappear, but it can provide a refreshing sense of proportion. Another powerful perspective shift involves imagining your future self, looking back on your current situation. Close your eyes and visualize yourself 5, 10, or even 20 years from now. From this vantage point, how significant is your current problem? What advice would your future self give you? This exercise isn't about dismissing your present concerns, but about gaining a broader, more balanced view of your circumstances. Adopting a future-oriented mindset has numerous benefits. It can help you make better decisions by considering long-term consequences. It can also provide comfort, reminding you that this too shall pass. Moreover, it can inspire you to take actions today that your future self will thank you for. Remember, every great achievement in history started with someone looking beyond their immediate circumstances and envisioning a different future. By regularly practicing these perspective shifts, you'll develop a mental agility that allows you to navigate challenges with greater ease. You'll be less likely to get caught up in the heat of the moment and more capable of maintaining a calm, rational outlook. This doesn't mean you won't feel stress or anxiety, but you'll have a powerful tool to help you regain your equilibrium when everything seems to be against you. Action over reaction, taking control. Here's a mind-bending fact. Studies show that we have far less control over our lives than we think, yet paradoxically, believing we have control actually gives us more of it. This seeming contradiction is at the heart of the Stoic approach to action and personal agency. When everything seems to be going wrong, it's easy to fall into a reactive state, feeling like a leaf blown about by the winds of circumstance. But the Stoics teach us to shift our focus from what's happening to us to what we can do about it. Start by identifying areas where you have influence, no matter how small. Can't control the economy? Focus on upskilling. Relationship falling apart? Work on improving your communication skills. By zeroing in on what you can affect, you regain a sense of power and purpose. Once you've identified where you can make an impact, it's time to create a strategic action plan. Begin by clearly defining your goal. Then, break it down into smaller, manageable steps. Prioritize these steps based on importance and feasibility. Set realistic deadlines for each task and hold yourself accountable. Remember, the plan doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to get you moving in the right direction. Maintaining momentum during tough times is crucial. One effective technique is the 5-minute rule. When you're feeling overwhelmed or unmotivated, commit to working on your goal for just 5 minutes. Often, you'll find that once you start, it's easier to keep going. Also, celebrate small victories along the way. Each step forward, no matter how tiny, is progress and deserves acknowledgement. By focusing on action rather than reaction, you shift from a victim mentality to one of empowerment. You're no longer at the mercy of external events, but actively shaping your response to them. This approach doesn't guarantee success in every endeavor, but it ensures that you're always moving forward, always learning, and always growing. Remember, in the words of Epictetus, he is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. The Stoic Toolkit, Practical Exercises. What if I told you that regularly imagining the worst possible scenarios could actually make you happier and more resilient? It sounds counterintuitive, but this is exactly what the Stoic practice of negative visualization, or premeditatio malorum, aims to achieve. Negative visualization involves deliberately envisioning losing the things you value most: your job, your health, your loved ones. While this might seem morbid, it serves a powerful purpose. By contemplating potential losses, you cultivate a deeper appreciation for what you currently have. It also prepares you mentally for setbacks, reducing their impact when they do occur. To practice, spend a few minutes each day imagining how you'd cope if you lost something important to you. The goal isn't to induce anxiety, but to foster gratitude and mental preparedness. Another key tool in the Stoic arsenal is voluntary discomfort. This practice, championed by Seneca, involves deliberately putting yourself in uncomfortable situations to build resilience. The ancient Stoics would do things like sleep on hard floors or fast for extended periods. In modern times, you might take cold showers, abstain from social media for a week, or engage in public speaking if it scares you. The purpose of voluntary discomfort isn't masochism, but rather to expand your comfort zone and reduce your fear of discomfort. By regularly facing manageable hardships, you build confidence in your ability to handle larger challenges. Start small, maybe skip your morning coffee for a week, or take a different, less convenient route to work. Gradually increase the intensity of these self-imposed challenges as your resilience grows. By incorporating these practices into your daily life, you're not just preparing for adversity, you're actively strengthening your mind and spirit. You're developing a robust internal locus of control, becoming less reactive to external circumstances and more proactive in shaping your responses. Remember, the goal isn't to eliminate discomfort or uncertainty from your life, but to become someone who can face any challenge with equanimity and resolve. Learning from adversity. Post-challenge growth. Did you know that some of the world's most successful companies were born out of failure? Airbnb was rejected by investors multiple times before becoming a billion-dollar company. Nintendo started as a playing card company that nearly went bankrupt. These stories aren't just business trivia. They're powerful reminders of the growth potential hidden within our setbacks. The Stoics understood that adversity isn't just something to be endured, but a valuable teacher. To extract lessons from your setbacks, start by adopting a growth mindset. Instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Analyze the situation objectively. What factors were within your control? What weren't? What could you have done differently? What new skills or knowledge would have helped you navigate this challenge better? Next, create an action plan based on these insights. If a lack of preparation contributed to your setback, how can you be more prepared in the future? If a particular skill gap became apparent, how can you work on developing that skill? Remember, the goal isn't to dwell on past mistakes, but to use them as stepping stones for future success. Beyond learning specific lessons, adversity can help you develop anti-fragility, a concept introduced by philosopher Nassim Nicholas Taleb. Unlike resilience, which allows you to bounce back from stress, anti-fragility means actually getting stronger because of stress. It's like a muscle that grows when challenged, or an immune system that becomes more robust after fighting off infections. To cultivate anti-fragility, deliberately seek out challenges that push you just beyond your current capabilities. Embrace uncertainty and volatility in small doses. When faced with obstacles, focus not just on overcoming them, but on how you can use them to become better. Over time, you'll find yourself not just surviving difficulties, but thriving because of them. You'll develop a quiet confidence, knowing that whatever life throws at you, you have the capacity not just to endure, but to grow stronger in the process. The virtues as guiding principles. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. This counterintuitive wisdom from Marcus Aurelius encapsulates the Stoic approach to virtue. When everything seems to be against you, it's tempting to abandon your principles. But the Stoics argued that it's precisely in these moments that our virtues matter most. Wisdom, in the Stoic sense, isn't about having all the answers. It's about making the best decisions possible with the information available. When faced with adversity, pause before reacting. Consider the long-term consequences of your actions. Ask yourself, what would the wisest person I know do in this situation? By cultivating practical wisdom, you'll make more balanced decisions, even under pressure. Courage, from a Stoic perspective, isn't about fearlessness. It's about doing what's right despite your fears. In modern contexts, this might mean speaking up against injustice, pursuing a challenging but rewarding career change, or having a difficult but necessary conversation. Remember, courage isn't the absence of fear, but action in the face of it. By anchoring yourself to these virtues, you create an internal compass that guides you through life's storms. They provide stability when everything else seems chaotic. In cultivating wisdom and courage, you're not just weathering adversity, you're using it as an opportunity to become the best version of yourself. We've explored powerful Stoic strategies for thriving in adversity. Remember, it's not about avoiding challenges, but facing them with wisdom and courage. If you found value here, write Stoic Strength in the comments and hit that like button. New to the channel? Hit subscribe for more life-changing ideas. Until next time, stay resilient.